Ooh, it's hot. Good morning, y'all. What's up? What's up? As y'all can tell, girl, I woke up fresh on my mind. I'm like, girl, let's talk about episode 3. So in episode 3 of The Hunting of Bly Manor, y'all, first of all, the what I was about to say. It's another black girl. So the other black girl is the nanny, the au pair who died, Jessel, Rebecca Jessel, Rebecca Jessel, yeah. So the au pair that died, that committed suicide in the lake, is black, and that's her in the picture. That's not Miss Gross. Okay, girl. Also, episode 2 told us who the man is. Girl, I like this. I like this movie. It's very enjoyable. I like it. I like you, The Hunting of Bly Manor. I like you. So, part 3, because don't drag me 10 years trying to figure out who somebody is. Okay? That's who is. Girl, Netflix got some awesome writers, don't they? So, the man, okay, let's start at the beginning of the movie so I can get y'all the movie, and then I get into all the twerkings of the insides of my brain, because the wheels are turning, honey. I'm like, so wasn't it? So anyway, it comes on and they waking Miles up. Remember, he passed out in the last episode. If you have not watched the last episode, I will have it linked in the cards up above. That's episode 2. This is episode 3. Oh, the title of this episode is The Two Faces Part 1. So now I have the two faces. I have no earthly idea what that title meant. I kind of got the titles in the first 2 after I watched them, but this one, The Two Faces, I don't get. Not yet, because this part 1. So maybe I get it in part 2. Okay, so it comes on, the boy waking up. And y'all, remember I told y'all in the last episode that he's staring at that man. Okay, so he wake up, he see the man standing in the house from outside. And then the scene goes to 1 year ago from them sitting right there in the house. Okay. So this the 3rd time we done jumped shit and went back in time. Or the 4th. Don't quote me on that. So it goes back 1 year ago. Y'all remember we went back with Miles when he was in boarding school. That was 6 months ago. So 1 year ago, we're going back again. And this is where we meet Peter Quint. That's his name, y'all. The man in the picture with the black girl. The black girl is the babysitter, Rebecca Jessel. And then the man is Peter Quint. So 1 year ago, a man is the man from that we keep seeing. He walks in the shop. He walks in like a tailor shop. He buys a shirt, and then he go in a liquor store and he buys. It look like bought a Crown Royal, but maybe they ain't had Crown Royal back in the day. Maybe they did, because y'all know they always been making liquors and wines, because it soothes the soul like coffee does for me. So he went, and then he walks into Mr. Wingrave office. So he goes, he worked with Mr. Wingrave, which Henry Wingrave, who is the uncle who hired the nannies. Okay, so the uncle is like passed out drunk at the desk, probably slept out overnight, working, drinking, passing out and things. So he sleep. Peter walks in, gives him a new shirt, tell him he have a 10 o'clock appointment, pour him up a shot of alcohol, because like my mama said, the best way to wake up from a hangover is to drink some more. Who knew? They been okay. They been knew. So, so he tell him he got 10 o'clock appointment. He said, I don't want no appointments before noon or 1 o'clock. And he was like, you already told me that, but no, this is for the nanny. And then Henry told him, he was like, the au pair. That's what they call it here. Because it seemed like Peter and Henry is Americans. But they just, I don't know. Because when, what's his name? When Henry called it a nanny, Peter corrected him and said au pair. Here, it's called an au pair, not a nanny. Telling him so that when Rebecca come in for the interview, because this is her interview, that don't forget it's an au pair, not a nanny. So, yeah, they do the interview. Rebecca get hired. Miss Jessel, she get hired, and so y'all remember Owen picked up, what's her name? Danny, when it was time for her to nanny and for her to get hired. When Rebecca got hired, Peter Quint, which is the guy, the man, the ghost, he was, girl, at this point, I think everybody goes. So, don't mind me till I get to the end. Because at this point, everybody goes. So, he the one picked up Rebecca Jessel to take her to the, well, at least she didn't fall asleep in the back seat. To go to Bly Manor. So, they take that long road trip. And pull up at the thing. And pull up at the house. So, first of all, Rebecca is like smart. She done got so many degrees. She done went to 3 and 4 colleges. She like a real smart woman. And they was asking her why she wanted to do kids, and she was just like, she loved kids, she loved to learn, she liked to teach kids how to learn and all those things and learning something new. So now we jump back to the scene at the manor where the boy done passed out. She saw the ghost of, she don't know who it is yet. So she goes upstairs. She goes upstairs and get that picture. You remember I told y'all she saw that picture of that boy and that girl together, the black girl and the white man together in the jury box that were playing the music. She went and got that picture, showed it to the police, and said, this is the man that was just outside. This is the man that I saw on the balcony. This the man, this him, right here. The police like, Peter Quint? You sure it was Peter Quint? And then she was like, yes, that's him, that's him, that's him, that's him. And he was like, I doubt Peter Quint will come back around here because that man done stole like $250,000. So why would he come back for silverware? You know, making little police jokes. Police always got jokes. It's not funny, sir. It's not funny, sir. Especially like when you the one going to jail. It's not funny, sir. So, when she was like, yeah, I'm sure it's him. The little boy, Miles, was like trying to say something, but the nanny, Miss Gross, wouldn't let him say it. She was like, okay, kids, let's go upstairs. Hush, hush now. Go upstairs. What you about to say, Miles? Cause is he dead? Cause what's that? That's why y'all need to listen to kids. Don't let other grown-ups let them kids not talk. Them kids gonna tell it. Huh? What you was gonna say, Miles? So they sent the kids upstairs. Him upstairs. So they sent the kids. And then she was telling the police, so the police like, well, I looked for him on my way in. I searched the property. I didn't see anything. He was like, but Peter Quint ain't nothing but a thief. He ain't gonna cause you no harm. So lock up your checkbook, but you should be fine. So she was like, that's all you gonna do, that's all you gonna do. And then Miss Gross had said something about my boss, Mr. Wingrave, know your superior. He went like, so he went on, he told Danny that he'll search the property one more time. But that man got in his car and pulled straight off. He did not collect $200. He did not pass go. I'm with the cop on this one. Let me in, because I'm going with you. So, Danny was like, Miss Gross asked Danny where she was going. Girl, Danny said she going to search the property herself. Girl, Danny got her, I don't know what she had. Probably one of them fire pokers out the fireplace, girl. And a flashlight, she went outside because she real big mad. Okay? So, everybody stayed the night because all this just happened. When I say everybody, I mean Owen, the gardener, Jamie, and Miss Gross. But I think Miss Gross stayed there. I'm pretty dang darn sure. So they all stay there. And then you know how when you, girl, you trying, what's going on? So Owen was like, I think that's Peter that's calling here. So Danny like, why would he be calling here? And then Owen like, he probably trying to call for Rebecca. Danny like, why would he be calling a dead woman? And Owen like, maybe he don't know she dead. So y'all remember she committed suicide in the lake, but the man had already ran off with the money or whatever. But they ain't told us nothing about that part. They ain't told us nothing about the stealing of the money and what all he did to Rebecca. But I'm finna get into that in a minute with him and Rebecca, because, girl, I'm waiting on the love. Because if that's love, I've been in love like 50 million times. Because all it was... So anyway. So she searched the yard. While she outside searching the yard, she bumped into the gardener. The gardener got her big 12 gauge shotgun. Girl, they roll up on each other like girl, you better tell me something. So they continue. They searching the yard outside. Then they come in. And then Owen telling them about how he think the prank calls that they've been getting. He think they Peter. Blase looking for, what's her name? The gardener is like, I would hate to be here if Peter found out. She said, I would hate to be here the day that Peter Quint find out that Rebecca Jessel is dead. That's what she said. So, they jump back in the scene where Rebecca is the baby, Rebecca is the nanny, okay, and Peter came back to the house and was like, I'm staying a couple of nights. Henry want me to do some things around the house. So basically, he just stalking out Rebecca because he like her. That's how she got the job, because he liked her from the gate. And in the interview, he had called her. He had asked her why she wanted to be a nanny, and then Henry was like, Henry was like, you made a mistake and said nanny in the interview. No. Henry told Peter, you called her a nanny. Peter said it must have been a mistake. Henry said you don't make mistakes. So that means he did it on purpose. So anyway, that was jumping back. So going back, he comes, he brings flowers. He got flowers that he done picked outside. Did I write that word down, y'all? I did. So, he got flowers, And then he said, I brought these for the most beautiful girl in the world or something. And then he said, here you go, Flora, which is the little girl gave her the flowers. And then Flora was like, oh, he brought me flowers. And then he was like, we can share Candy, telling her to share the flowers with Rebecca. And then she gave Rebecca one, and Rebecca went to go put water on the flowers. This is the part. Okay, so now it's Miles and Peter in the room. And Peter tells Miles about keys. So he was like, why did you give the flowers to Flora? Because even he knew he wanted to give them to Rebecca. And he said, everybody work by keys. You got to figure out the keys for people. Which means, I guess he's saying he don't know what's Rebecca keys yet. But he was going to see her reaction to the flowers after he gave them to Flora. And he was like, keys are like, most women, they key is flowers. But not all women. He know that. Peter was a smart little thief, wasn't it? So he was like, different people have different keys. Like horses have carrots. That's their keys. Like just different keys for different things. He was just like, this big mansion and all these different doors have different keys. That's the key. So y'all remember I told y'all the boy fell out 6 months ago. He fell out the tree, and then he said he was trying to find the key. Y'all, what if what if the boy is Peter? What if Miles is Peter? Like Peter dead, but Miles is Peter. And what if the girl, what if she's Jessel? What is y'all, what if the little girl is Jessel and the little boy is Peter? That's why they always got footsteps coming from the lake back into the house at night, because the little girl is Jessel. And you remember she died in the lake. But what if it's some type of voodoo that brought them back into people's bodies? So Rebecca and Peter is now Miles and what's the name? The mom and daddy could be Owen and Miss Gross. Girl, at this point. So Jessel was downstairs talking to Peter later on, and then she was like, the kids snuck out twice already. That's because they seen them footsteps coming from the lake. Oh, but Jessel ain't dead yet. So if Jessel ain't dead, why the footsteps coming in? Because the mom and daddy is dead. So this them. Yeah, because the mom and daddy is. So she was like, they already done snuck out the house twice already since I've been here in the middle of the night. So they Miss Gross is sleep on what's her name shoulder, on Owen's shoulder. And then the gardener Jamie is telling Danny that like everybody in town love Owen. He's so sweet. He a nice man. So y'all know I think all girls like nice man. But for some reason people be telling me everybody like the bad boys. Which one is it? Because I'm like them at Bly. We like the good boys. It's the good old boy. Never meet Tina. Okay, let's get back into the story. Okay, so boom. You got who? Who we got? Okay, so Jamie is telling Danny that all the women love Owen because he's a good boy. And he oblivious to it. He don't know none the wiser. Don't know nobody likes him. So and then I was gonna say unlike me. I know nobody like grab. And then so But they over there giving me lesbian vibes, but this finna pop off anyway, cause so what's her name? Jamie. I always gotta think of her name. Jamie is trying to get Danny and Owen to kiss a Ruru. Y'all remember she did it at the garden when the churn and the dun dun, and then that's when Miss Gross told her romances never work out at Bly Manor. Remember? So now, what they at? Oh, they get up, they wake the kids up, take the kids upstairs. So Miss Gross wakes up Miles, and when she wake up Miles said he had a bad dream, and in the dream he made Miss Gross sad. What else did that little boy say? He was like, in a bad dream, I made you sad. And then Miss Gross was like, oh, Poppy, you could never make me sad. I'm trying to see what else he had said, because it seemed like he said he had hurt her. So, yeah. He said he had a dream and he had hurt her, and then it made her sad. And she was like, oh, you can never make me sad. So, did he kill her? Girl, I don't know. Girl, I don't know. So, Danny is laying in the bed, y'all. And she see a bloody hand. Like, it's a hand. Like, she in the bed, and then the hand is just right there. I can't tell if it's a man hand or a girl hand, but it's bloody. And then she make herself close her eyes and then open it back, and then, of course, the hand not there. So, jump back to the scenes, and Peter knocks on Jess's door at night. Knock, knock, knock. And then he was like, I don't mean to bother you, but in like every movie in the world, Craig, we gotta get a sex scene. So roll that beautiful bean footage. It wasn't even beautiful bean footage. I don't think they showed it though. I don't remember. But she jumps on him like I ain't even gonna say because that's too much information, but just know she like, so she bam 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 bam. So girl, so like I be having words. I be having words. So he knocks on Jess's door, they get in. So Miss Gross, where was Miss Gross though? Oh, Miss Gross is out at that church house again. And she see that crack. You remember that crack she seen in the fireplace, and she told the lady to fix it. When the lady went to fix it, it was gone. Wasn't nothing there. Okay, so she see that crack again, but now she in that little church house. And then when she look back up, oh no, Owen comes in and tell her he gonna stay again. And she was like, what about your mom? He was like, she's okay, the neighbor there with her. He gonna stay. And she was like, okay. But it was like Owen was making a move. That was his way of making a move. I'm Owen in this movie, because I don't make a move, but like I'm here. I'm so mad. So, Owen goes head to the house, and then when she looked back up at that little crack, the crack shaped like a tree or something, and it's gone though. So Flora at the lake. Okay, so what's her name? Danny is telling the kids. She tell him something. She tell the boy something like, we finna get ready for dinner. And then he was like, when you find Flora. She was like, what you mean? Flora not in her room? And he was like, he was looking like, I know you lying. Like, you the damn nanny. You supposed to know where she at. So, she run around looking for Flora. Flora is at the lake. When you get to the lake, Flora is just staring at the lake, just there at the lake, the edge, looking in it, just at the lake. She calling Flora. Flora don't hear her. She picks Flora up. When she picks Flora up, Flora start kicking and screaming, no, let me at the lake, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. And then they showed us the lake, and then Rebecca is on the other side of the lake, standing over there in the bushes in her all black. So they get to talking about it. So they put Flora in the bed, called the doctor, called the uncle. Flora done spaced out. She done had a trip. The uncle said, keep me posted. And then she telling Miss Gross, like, I told him she had a mental breakdown and he like, keep me posted. He ain't even coming. She was like, oh yeah, I told him about Peter last night. He told me to keep him posted. He ain't coming soon. Probably because this whole damn house is haunted and Henry doing everything to keep himself sane. And the wine ain't working. So, the doctor comes and says, the kids are okay physically. He like, whatever's going on mentally, I can't help y'all with that. Physically, she's okay. Physically, he's okay. And I'm finna head out. That's all I can say. So her and Danny and Miss Gross is talking. So she was like, I don't understand why she wouldn't want to leave that lake so bad. Why she was having such a tantrum of leaving the lake. She don't even like the lake. And then Miles come out his room and he was like, she don't not like the lake. She was like, what do you mean? He was like, Flora be lying. I know you lying. What? Cause what? So he was like, Flora be lying. Oh, and he went on down the stairs. "15 minutes later, the kids are downstairs. They come downstairs. It's time for a puppet show. It's time for the, what they called it, girl? I don't even know what they called it. I don't know what they called it. They called it, I think they called it a puppet show. They were like, it's time for the puppet show. So they was like, it's time for the puppet show. And the Danny Blow, she be like, okay, she just spaced out at the lake. He was just tripping. That like, how is they back in good spirits? And Miss Gross was like, girl, they kids, they bounce back like that. So Owen was like, oh, this your first puppet show, Danny? And she was like, yeah. She was like, what is this? He was like, oh, they do this a lot. And she was like, it's Owen was telling her, it's something like they therapy. So whatever, if you want to know what's been on the kids on Flora's mind, watch her puppet show. I mean, watch the show and you'll kind of guess what she been thinking about, what's been going on in her head. So they do a puppet show. Okay, Flora's is cute, you know, she doing a little cat. Her name is Tails. And that's all I remember about hers. She got a little makeup on with whiskers, just like, you know, little cute little girl with tutu on. It's just your cat. Now, when it was Miles' time, girl, something is deeply on his mind. Okay, you hear me? Miles is a puppet, like the puppet master. So he tell his story, and the puppet master got a bunch of puppets, like 20. At first he had one that was too little. First he had one that smiled too much. Then he had one, and then he had the perfect puppet, and then he left the puppets. He forgot about the puppets. He left. He never came back. When he came back, the puppets forgot that they was puppets. They forgot that he was the owner. And then the puppet master was mad, and he pulled their strings, and the puppet master was mad, and he pulled their strings, and it hurt. And then the phone rang. And then Owen said, "Thank God for Peter Quint," because he was saying they was thinking that was him playing on the phone. So they like, thank the Lord he interrupted this, because this was going very left. Cause what? So the because the little boy story was going. I wouldn't have slept in the house with him that. I would have stayed woke that night. So the phone rings, and then the gardener pick up the phone. Jamie answered the phone. She was like, "Hey Peter, she not here. She dead." And then the person on the phone is Owen's neighbor. And then she was like, oh. And then she was like, "Owen, I'm so sorry. It's your neighbor." And I'm guessing Owen's mama died. Suspiciously, why he not there? Like, all the nights you be there with your mama, now your mama wanna die when you not there. That's weird. That's really weird. So they telling on getting ready to go, and then Miss Gross, he hugs somebody first, Danny, and one of them he hugged one of the girls, and then he hugged Miss Gross, and then when he let her go, Miss Gross whispered something in her ear, but it wasn't whisperable so we could hear. Cause when I tell y'all, I turned it up. I walked up to the TV. I put the surround sound on. Girl, I was listening like this right here. It wasn't meant for us to hear what she said, because there wasn't no words on the screen to tell us what she said anyway. It just said Miss Gross whispers in Owen's ear. So she whispered something in his ear, and then he hugged the Danny, and then he gets in the car and he leaves. And then as Danny and what's the other girl name? Jamie. Danny's walking Jamie to her car so that she can leave. Danny walking Jamie to her car so that she can leave. Girl, long story short, she grabbed her hand. Girl, the girl liked the girl. Okay, Danny liked Jamie, and Jamie said, "Who fucking knew?" Okay. She blow. She was like, "I know you lying." Girl, she blow. She couldn't even react to the reaction. Girl, she just got in her car and left, but she took the note, okay? Oh, okay. Girl. Oh, okay. Oh, shoot. I'm over here trying to hook you up with Owen. Girl, you over here backstroking. I got you. Because when she didn't do nothing but touch her little finger, but you know, that's like girly shit. Yeah, girls like girly shit. So she like, "Oh, I know you lying. Girl, I know you lying." She wasn't lying, sir. So, she gets in, Jamie gets in her car and pulls off and leave. We at the end of the movie. Soon as she gets in her car and leave, what's her name? Danny turns around, and y'all know the man that she been seeing in the mirror that I told y'all she saw in the cab when the movie first came on. Then she see him in the mirror all the time. Girl, why this man is standing behind her? Eyes is gone, like they keep doing on the pictures of the intro of the movie. When the movie come on, like his eyes look like, I don't know, like space. There's no eyes there. And she turned around, and then it's him. You know what? It looked like my skeleton that's sitting on the desk. So she turns around, and he right there like, "Who?" But not, he don't say "who." I said "who," because that's what's the effect that they gave us in the movie. Because as soon as she turned around, it was like, You know how the movie scare you? It scares us. It scared all of us that was watching the movie at that point right there when she turned around like, damn, because she usually don't see that type of stuff unless it's a mirror right there. Except for the other night, y'all remember she saw the hand right there. So now the shit coming out the mirror. So you might not be in the right spot to be already seeing ish before you got here. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a haunted house. I'm pretty sure the house is haunted. Okay. So that was the end of the movie, y'all. Well, that ain't the end. That was the end of that show. That was the end of episode 3. She turned around. He was there. Ooh, that was it. Dun dun dun. The credits start rolling. I'm thinking the dead people is not in the people that's alive in the house. That's. I'm still rolling with that right now. That's my roll. What's y'all roll? Cause y'all remember on the last one I told y'all that I'm like, it's only one black girl, so we done met the quota. But it's another one, cause Jessel was black. So I take back that Jessel is Miss Gross. Clearly, they 2 different people. They met each other. They was both alive at the same time. Okay, girl. Unless. Wait a minute. With these types of movies, which is why I like them, you have to think of every scenario possible. Unless Miss Gross picked out Jessel to be the person that she go in when she die. Because maybe it's some voodoo-ish. And then Miss Gross knows she gonna die. So she need to get somebody there to get their body. So who she picked was Jessel. You see what I'm saying? So in that case, who picked Danny? Maybe Jamie. Girl, at this point, I don't know what the hell going on. But y'all let me know in the comments down below what y'all think so far. Girl, because the movie getting better. They give us new information every day, girl. We're going to have some more information tomorrow. Because after tonight, they get... I love that about Netflix. Please don't keep me on my toe too long because I lose interest. I forget I'm ADHD. Come on with it. And they be coming on with it. They comes with it. They come with it, period. So, y'all, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to watch the next episode. So, yeah. Y'all, tell me what you thought about this episode. Did you like it? Is it giving you enough give? Yeah, y'all let me know. Bye, y'all.